Hello and welcome to Enchantment of Eternity. It's time once again for some Star Trek polls. So that's right, it's a practice I used to do all the time, but ever since I started reviewing episodes of Star Trek one episode at a time in order, I stopped doing this, but still do it occasionally, and I will do it one more time before I'm finished covering the entire franchise. But this time, going to put up polls. One for the original series, one for Next Generation, one for Deep Space Nine, one for Voyager, and one for Enterprise. I am going to select 5 episodes at random, and you can vote on which one you would like me to review, and I will do a review for the winner. So, these reviews will be sometime in early February, so I know it's quite in advance, but I need to get these polls done because I record the videos from advance, plus I need comments from my Patreon supporters and a lot of stuff. So I need to do it this far in advance. You will have 1 week to vote on which episode you would like me to review for each series, and in a week I will close the polls and choose the winners and review the winners. So I do one for the original series and one for Next Generation. Now, the original series I've already reviewed. Next Generation I will have already reviewed by the time I do these episode reviews. Will come out after I finish my coverage for Next Generation. So what that means is that they will be revisited, since I've already reviewed all of TOS and TNG. So for those 2 polls, those would be revisited. So if I had already recorded a revisited for my Patreon supporters, I will make that video public if that episode wins the poll. So I'll just make public what I've already done. However, if an episode that I have not done a revisited for wins, then I will record another revisited for it, or the first one, because I wouldn't have done one before, and release it publicly to everyone on my, everyone can see it on my YouTube channel. So that's for TOS and TNG. Now, as for DS9, I would have finished covering the first 2 seasons of DS9, plus I had done various other reviews. So the 5 episodes in the poll will only be episodes I haven't reviewed yet. And for Voyager, of course, I haven't started covering that at all. Or Enterprise, I do have various reviews already up for both of those, but those will also only be episodes I have not covered yet. So, let's get into the options. Let's bring up what the options you will be voting for in the polls. Alright, so let's see what's up. Well, let's start with the original series original. And first is Assignment Earth, one of my least favorite episodes of the show. And I have not done a revisited for that, so this would be a new revisited. Next option is Arena. I believe I have done a revisited for that, so that one would just be made public for everyone to see. And next option, Paradise Syndrome. Yeah, an episode some people like and I really do not like. And this would be, I have not done a revisited for this yet, so I would be making a new one. And then A Piece of the Action, another episode everyone likes that I do not. Again, I have not done a revisited for this yet, so I would have to generate a new one. And finally, Patterns of Force, one of my least favorite episodes of the entire show. I believe it made my top 10 worst. I can't really say that a lot of people like this one, but maybe people just don't hate it as much as I do. And again, I have not done a revisited for this one yet, so it would be a new one. So those are your 5 options for TOS. So let's move on to TNG. We got Frame of Mind. I have done a revisited for this. I would be making that one public if you choose Frame of Mind, one of my favorite TNG episodes but of course. Let's see what's coming up next, if this works. Data Lore. Have not done a revisited for this. This is a first season episode that a lot of people like that I do not, and it seems to be the theme. Alright, and so next, Phantasms. Have done a revisited for it. It was a Halloween thing. I released it on Halloween, so I did like a spooky, I think it's a spooky episode too. One of my favorite episodes. Love it. I know a lot of other people don't really care for it as much as I do, but yeah. So I will release that revisited if you vote for that one. Next is The Enemy. I have not done a revisited for this. So, yeah, I can do that. It's a fairly decent episode. Pretty good. I think I liked it better last time than I had previous times watching it. So, yeah, I could revisit that if you like. And finally, Bloodlines. I just fucking watched that episode like yesterday, and I haven't even recorded my review for it, let alone released it. So I would have to go straight from recording my review to doing a revisited right away. So I don't think that would be a very good option because my mind hadn't really changed within a week. So I don't know. I just wouldn't choose that one. I'm gonna keep it on there as an option. I'm not gonna take it away. But yeah, I just don't think it would be a good one to choose. If I did end up doing a revisited for this, I'll probably just do like a 5-minute video or something. I don't know. Anyway, so then we're over to DS9, looking for new episodes to review for this one. Way of the Warrior. There we go. I have not done this one yet, and a lot of people love it. I don't quite like it as much. I think I believe I put this in my top 10 overrated episodes of the franchise. Let's see what's next. There we go. Chimera is another episode I haven't covered. The one with, what's his name, Laws or something. I didn't really care for this one all that much. It was fine, but yeah, it's something. And what else we got here? Image in the Sand I did cover, so we'll look for something else. Babel covered. That's season 1. Passenger season 1 covered. Rocks and Shoals have not covered. It's one of the few episodes of the Dominion Takeover Station arc I haven't covered. So if I do cover this, then by the time I get to it, the whole thing will end up being revisited. But you could choose that one if you so desire. What we got? Sanctuary already covered. That's season 2. Armin Bashir already covered. Sometimes this thing is slow. In the Pale Moonlight already covered. Defiant already covered. Let's get going. Come on. Next one. Crossover already covered. Way of the Warrior. We just did Way of the Warrior. It's already one of the options. Playing Goddess season 2 already covered. Season 1 is Dax. Emperor's New Cloak. Here we go. I have not covered that one, and it is one of the shittiest pieces of crap episodes of the entire franchise. But hey, Vic Fontaine is killed in this episode. Only wish it could have been permanent, not just an alternate version of him. But it's still gratifying to see. So let's see if we can get our final option. Not Whispers. I covered season 2. Not Profit and Loss. Covered season 2. And Maquis also season 2. Storyteller season 1. Extreme Measures. There we go. Have not covered Extreme Measures. Going into somebody's head. Ooh. I don't particularly care for this episode, but I don't think it's quite as bad as maybe some other people do. But yeah. I can definitely review this one if you so desire. So those are the options for DS9. Alright, so next we'll go over to Voyager and the options. Q and Gray already reviewed that. So Distant Origin, I do not believe I haven't reviewed this. So yeah, this would be the the one with the dinosaurs and the heresy and all that. I'll cover that one if you so desire. Next option, Parallax. Season 1, Episode 3. Ooh, I believe this is the second episode of Voyager, where they decide to make B'Elanna the chief engineer, and there's some anomaly bullshit that nobody cares about. Course Oblivion, I have not covered this either. This is what I believe one of the most overrated and pretentious episodes, if you want me to spew vile and vitriol at this episode. That is what I would do. So, next option, Basics already covered. Muse have not covered. Not so terrible as the DS9 version, but still not good. Still, it seems like any episode with the title Muse has to suck. That's it. That is a prerequisite. And final option, I believe I do have a review for Warhead out. So let's look for Demon. Another episode I didn't really care for. It was kind of, so I can cover that if you'd like. So those are the Voyager options. So next, let's get into Enterprise, and the first option is Marauders. Oh, this is that stupid Seven Samurai one with the Klingons attacking a mining colony or some bullshit. I say that about a lot of season 2 of Enterprise. Acquisition, one of the worst episodes of Enterprise. I think, yeah, it's up there in top 5 worst episodes. It's Ferengi is so stupid. Anyway, In the Mirror Darkly I already covered. Unexpected I already covered. Rajin, one of the few episodes of season 3 that are not good. In fact, I think I called it the worst episode of season 3, the one where they had this hot chick hitting on everyone who actually turned out to be a Xindi spy or some bullshit. Yeah, anyway, the Aaron, I already covered that. Bounty have not. This is one of the worst episodes of the show. I say that a lot because a lot of bad episodes, but this one has a really fucking stupid side plot about the Paul being in Pungfar. It's like one of the worst shit I've ever seen. I already covered the Augments. Chosen Realm. So this is an obvious, Al Qaeda terrorist analogy in the middle of a season. Where the whole entire season is an analogy for 9/11, yet they have another analogy within an analogy. I don't know how necessary that is, and this one also wasn't any original. It kind of ripped off Let That Be Your Last Battlefield a little bit, and it's kind of, So those are your 5 options for Enterprise. So those are your options. Be sure, as I said, you have 1 week to vote in the polls. All the polls will be in the description below. You just check that description, click on the link, vote in the poll. You can vote on each of the 5 polls, but you have to do it before a week is up. And I do have a feeling this is a busy time on my channel because I have a feeling I will be back in a couple days with another sort of announcement or ask for participation. I will just say, and it is related to the end of my coverage of TNG, but I will just say that you should start thinking about what your favorite and least favorite episodes of TNG are. But anyway, as I say, I will make that other announcement soon, but in the meantime, polls right for you to vote, and I shall review or do a revisit it for the Wiener. So be sure to vote in the polls. Thanks so much for watching my channel, and I'll see you next time.